Good evening. This is All India Radio, and I am Nishit Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Government approves setting up of 3 national-level multi-state cooperative societies to promote exports, organic products and seeds. Centre gives nod to 2,600 crore rupees for incentive scheme to promote RuPay debit cards and low-value Bhim UPI transactions. Indian economy is in a better position to navigate global headwinds, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Uttarakhand government announces interim relief package of 1.5 lakh rupees to each family affected by land subsidence in Joshimath. And Hockey World Cup commences in Cuttack. First match to be played on Friday. And now the news in detail. The government today approved setting up of a national-level multi-state cooperative export society. Briefing media in New Delhi, Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav said this society will work as an umbrella organization for export of surplus goods and services. It will help unlock the export potential of Indian cooperatives in the global market. The government also cleared a proposal for setting up of a national-level multi-state cooperative organic society. It will act as an umbrella organization for aggregation, procurement, branding and marketing of organic products. Mr. Yadav said the body will help in unlocking demand and consumption of organic products in domestic and global markets. He added that through the move, the cooperatives and farmers will get a high price for organic products. The minister informed that the Union Cabinet also approved setting up of a national-level multi-state cooperative seed society to help reduce the yield gaps and enhance productivity.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में इन 3 निर्णयों के द्वारा देश में सहकार से समृद्धि, ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में कृषकों का आय में वृद्धि और उसके साथ ही साथ देश की ग्रामीण जो कृषि आय है उसको अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर ले जाकर के उसके एक्सपोर्ट में हम वृद्धि करें, इसके लिए इस निर्णय के द्वारा सुनिश्चित किया गया है.
Cooperation Minister Amit Shah has hailed the government's decisions in the interest of the cooperative sector. In a series of tweets, he said this is the only sector which touches crores of people and has the potential to bring about a positive change in their lives. He said the sector was ignored for many years and the Narendra Modi government has started strengthening it. Mr. Shah said the multi-state cooperative organic society will provide unlimited opportunities to Indian farmers to meet the growing demand for organic products in the world. He said the multi-state cooperative seed society will help farmers in production, purchase, branding, packaging and selling of quality seeds. He said the multi-state cooperative export society will help around 8.45 lakh societies in the country to sell their products worldwide. The government today approved the incentive scheme for promotion of RuPay debit cards and low-value Bhim UPI transactions. The decision will help in building a robust digital payment system. The scheme has a financial outlay of 2,600 crore rupees. The government has named the new Integrated Food Security Scheme as Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana PMGKAY. The scheme was launched on the 1st of this month to provide free food grains to Antyodaya Anna Yojana and primary household beneficiaries. It will benefit more than 80 crore poor people. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Keeping in view welfare of the beneficiaries and in order to maintain uniformity across the states, free food grains will be provided under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for the year 2023 to all primary households and Antyodaya Anna Yojana beneficiaries as per entitlement under National Food Security Act. The integrated scheme will strengthen the provision of National Food Security Act in terms of accessibility, affordability and availability of food grains for the poor. Necessary steps have already been taken for smooth implementation of the PMGKAY in the field. With Anand Kumar, Suparna Saikya, AIR News, Delhi.
The government will spend more than 2 lakh crore rupees in 2023 as food subsidy under the NFSA and other welfare schemes to reduce financial burden on the poor. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said India is in a better position to deal with global headwinds according to the World Bank. He was addressing the Madhya Pradesh Global Investor Summit in Indore through video conferencing today.
The IMF sees India as a bright spot in the global economy. The World Bank says that India is in a better position to deal with global headwinds than many other countries. This is because of India's strong macroeconomic fundamentals.
Mr. Modi said the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, has said that India will be among the fastest growing economies in the G20 group this year. According to Morgan Stanley, India is moving towards becoming the world's third largest economy in the next 4 to 5 years. The Prime Minister said institutions and credible voices that track the global economy have unprecedented confidence in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu over phone today, congratulating him on his election as the Prime Minister of Israel for a sixth time. Mr. Modi wished him a very successful tenure. The two leaders expressed satisfaction at the rapid progress in the India-Israel strategic partnership in recent years and agreed on the potential for further strengthening strategic cooperation in a variety of areas. Mr. Modi invited Mr. Netanyahu to visit India at an early date. Home Minister Amit Shah today released a book titled Revolutionaries, the Other Story of How India Won Its Freedom at a function in New Delhi. The author of the book is economist Sanjeev Sanyal, who is a member of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Shah said the country is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and the Prime Minister has given a call of Panch Pran, of which the two important resolves are to remove any trace of colonial mindset and take pride in our roots.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है। 75 साल हो गए हमारी आजादी को। मोदी जी ने इस 15 अगस्त को पंच प्राण की बात की है। उसमें से विरासत पर गर्व और गुलामी की निशानियों से मुक्ति पंच प्राणों का हिस्सा है। जिस देश की नई पीढ़ी को और इवन वर्तमान पीढ़ी को अपनी विरासत पर गर्व नहीं होता है, वो कभी भी अपने देश को महान नहीं बना सकते।
Health and Family Welfare Minister Mansukh Mandavia today launched the book titled Braving a Viral Storm, India's COVID-19 Vaccine Story in New Delhi. The book is co-authored by Ashish Chandorkar and Suraj Sudhir. The book launch comes ahead of India's second anniversary of starting its COVID-19 vaccination drive in January 2021. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Mandavia said the book is a transcription of the country's success story and it will be New India's history. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a copy of the book from Ashish Chandorkar. In response to a tweet by Chandorkar, the Prime Minister said he was delighted to receive the book in which the co-author has chronicled India's strides in vaccination. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Welcome back. The Uttarakhand government has announced an interim relief package for the affected families of land subsidence in the state. Under the package, 1,50,000 rupees each will be provided per family. The Secretary to the Chief Minister, R. Meenakshi Sundaram, said of this, 50,000 rupees will be provided for shifting households. Talking to media persons in Joshimath, Mr. Sundaram said 4,000 rupees per month for 6 months are also being given separately to those families who want to stay in a rented house. He said the administration has stepped up relief and rescue work in land subsidence areas. 462 members of 131 families have been evacuated. BJP President JP Nadda today spoke to Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami on the Joshimath land subsidence. Mr. Nadda asked BJP office bearers, party leaders and workers to engage in relief work in the area. The first meeting of the G20 Working Group on Global Partnership for Financial Inclusion ended in Kolkata today. It deliberated on building pathways for advancing financial inclusion and productivity gains. Advisor, Department of Economic Affairs, Chanchal C. Sarkar said digital public infrastructure and reducing cost of remittances were the two most important issues discussed. Mr. Sarkar said that aspirations of developing countries will also get a voice under India's presidency.
Financial inclusion, digital public infrastructure. These are very important tools, and that is why we organized this symposium on unlocking the potential of digital public infrastructure for advancing financial inclusion. Many speakers, they have agreed almost that digital public infrastructure approach is the way to include many of these left out people, and globally 1.4 billion people are still unbanked as per the World Bank's record. So that would be our agenda.
The full bench of the Election Commission of India, headed by the Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar, reached Agartala today on a two-day visit to assess poll preparedness in Tripura. The team met state officials, Chief Electoral Officer Gitte Kiran Kumar Dinakar Rao, and representatives of political parties. The Delhi government today notified fares for auto rickshaws and taxis in the national capital. 5 rupees have been increased for autos for the initial 1.5 kilometer. The new fare will be 30 rupees. After 1.5 kilometer per kilometer, fare would be 11 rupees, which was 9 rupees and 50 paise earlier. As per the order, 15 rupees have been increased in taxi fare for both AC and non-AC for the initial 1.5 kilometer. The new fare will be 40 rupees. After 1.5 kilometer, the per kilometer fare would be 17 rupees for non-AC and 20 rupees for AC taxis. In the United States, air traffic is getting back to normal after domestic flights were grounded for several hours because of a computer glitch. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, lifted a ground stop that it issued early this morning following an outage to a system that provides pilots with notices they need before flying. The FAA says they are looking into the cause of the overnight outage. The latest data from the flight tracking site FlightAware shows there were more than 4,000 flight delays nationwide. The White House, in a statement, said there was no evidence of a cyber attack. In France, at least 6 people were injured, with one in critical condition in an attack at Paris International Gare du Nord station. Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said the suspected attacker was stopped by 2 off-duty police officers who were returning home from a shift. He said the attacker was shot 3 times and taken to hospital with serious injuries. Paris prosecutor's office said the motive for the knife attack is unknown. And back home, India will host the 2-day virtual Voice of Global South Summit from tomorrow. The inaugural leaders session will be led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The theme of the summit is Unity of Voice, Unity of Purpose. More than 120 countries have been invited to the summit. Culture Ministry will organize a grand curtain raiser cultural program, Sur Sarita Symphony of Ganga, on the eve of the launch of world's longest river cruise at Varanasi tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will flag off the cruise on Friday. Ganga Vilas cruise will cross Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Bangladesh and Assam in a journey of 51 days. And on to sports now. FIH Men's Hockey World Cup got off to a colourful start in the historic Barabati Stadium in Cuttack this evening. Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, FIH President Tayyab Ikram, Hockey India President Dilip Tirki and a host of national and international players and delegates were present. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister thanked the Prime Minister for all the support extended to Odisha in hosting the World Cup. Speaking at the event, Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister said hosting the FIH Men's Hockey World Cup is a great moment for India. A total of 16 teams are participating in the tournament that starts from Friday and continue till the 29th of this month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended his best wishes to all the participating teams of the 2023 Hockey World Cup. In a message, the Prime Minister hoped that the tournament further strengthens the spirit of sportsmanship and popularizes the beautiful game of hockey. He said India is proud to be hosting this tournament. And in cricket, the second ODI match between India and Sri Lanka will be played tomorrow. The game at Eden Gardens in Kolkata will start at 1:30 p.m. India defeated Sri Lanka by 67 runs in the first one-day international in Guwahati on Tuesday. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government approves setting up of 3 national-level multi-state cooperative societies to promote exports, organic products and seeds. Centre gives nod to 2,600 crore rupees for an incentive scheme to promote RuPay debit cards and low-value Bheem UPI transactions. Indian economy is in a better position to navigate global headwinds, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Uttarakhand government announces interim relief package of 1.5 lakh rupees to each family affected by land subsidence in Joshimath. And Hockey World Cup commences in Cuttack, first match to be played on Friday. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And that's all in the news at 9. Good night.